All right, Heat Nation. I said in my last video that Jimmy Butler should not play another game for Miami, and he's been suspended because the Heat, they're not feeling what he's doing, and I agree. I feel like he needs to stay home until he's traded. I don't know who's going to trade for him. I don't know if Golden State actually wants him or if the Kings will actually take him. Those are the places that I would like for him to go, but he needs to stay home. I mean, if you're talking about you don't have the joy.
I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, and wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But
Anymore in Miami, and you don't feel like you can get it anymore on the court, that makes me think that you just need to go. Like, I have no hatred for Jimmy Butler. I appreciate the 2 finals trips, but at the end of the day, some of y'all Heat fans are weird. You basically have loyalty to Jimmy Butler for keeping us relevant. Like, that's all it takes for your loyalty, is to keep us relevant. Not win a championship, but to keep us relevant. That's crazy to me. Like, I'm going through some of the Heat groups right now, and people are giving Pat Riley the middle finger. I hate to tell you this, but whoever takes over for Pat Riley is probably going to be a mini Pat Riley anyways. There's no way he's going to retire and hand the organization over to somebody else who is not like him. Whoever takes over is going to be just like him. So, you might think Pat Riley's old and washed and he needs to retire, but trust me, whoever takes over after Pat Riley will be just like him. Will they be a little bit different when it comes to maybe player development or making trades? Maybe, but they're still going to have that same stubbornness that Pat Riley has. I mean, Eric Spoelstra is a mini him. I mean, when we talk about Eric Spoelstra not making changes to the rotation until he feels like it can be frustrating, because a lot of times you sit down and you say to yourself, like, okay, this player is playing well. Why not put him in the starting lineup? And Eric Spoelstra will just put him in the lineup whenever he feels like it. So you're not going to pressure him into making any changes. And the same thing with Pat Riley. Like, people are saying, Shaq saying that, when he wanted his money, he got into it with Pat Riley, got traded. D Wade wanted he wanted his money, when it was time for him to get paid, because remember, he was taking discounts, and Pat Riley looked and said, you know what, D Wade, you're getting old. I don't want to pay you. He goes to Cleveland and Chicago, and he was asked. A lot of you guys are D Wade guys, like myself. We're probably upset. I wasn't upset because I can see that he was getting old. Some of y'all are just kind of like, well, he's old, but he won us a championship. And the crazy part about it too, if he did that to D Wade, you're siding with Jimmy Butler. Knowing how Pat Riley and how the Miami front office is, you're siding with Jimmy Butler. I think some of y'all need to switch teams. Y'all need to start being Orlando Magic fans, because the Miami Heat will always piss you off if you're going to be a player guy. A lot of y'all NBA fans who say that you're a fan of a team, y'all are really player fans. Y'all are not really team fans. And sometimes when you're a fan of a team, you got to understand that you might not agree with what your team's doing in terms of how they're handling the situation with players, but you are a Heat fan first. You're not a player fan. You're not a Jimmy Butler fan. So it is weird to see people say stuff like, oh, F Pat Riley, I'm siding with Jimmy Butler. Although I don't feel like Jimmy Butler is completely wrong in wanting his money, I would want my money too. At the same time, bro, you got to stay healthy, bro. You're not staying healthy. It's one thing to take time off for personal reasons. That's fine. But, when you're getting up there in age and you're starting to get injured, you can't be upset when the team is like, hey, we appreciate the finals trips. We didn't win. That's the main thing. Honestly, if we want to the finals with Jimmy Butler, and even though he played his heart out against the Lakers and the Lakers just happen to be the better team, that doesn't really mean that you as an organization needs to say, oh, we need to pay Jimmy Butler a lot of money going towards the end of his career. I mean, hey, it might still happen. I mean, a lot of people are looking at it like, nah, he's probably going to get traded, or, he's going to opt out, because I think this year he has a player option, and he's going to be one like, hey, I want to get paid, right, instead of opting in. So, I mean, I don't know how this plays out. I'm thinking that he gets traded. I mean, I don't know who's going to trade for him. A lot of people are feeling like no teams want Jimmy Butler. And if that's the case, then it's like, okay, then he eventually comes back, or does he act bad again and gets suspended for the whole season? Like, what's the deal with this whole Jimmy Butler situation if we can't trade him? Like, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, obviously you got a player option. He's going to opt out. It makes sense for him to opt out and go somewhere else if he's upset with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. Those are obviously the 2 culprits that he's probably upset with. I mean, I'm not in the facility. I'm sure there's other things that piss him off, but he said that a lot of his like him being upset is on the court. So I'm like, you have a beef with Eric Spoelstra? Like, I know Pat Riley said some stuff to him in terms of shutting up because he was drunk and trolling and doing whatever the hell he was doing, which it was kind of annoying for me too as a fan, knowing that, hey, he got hurt, and to see him talk shit, it's just kind of like, like, okay, you can talk shit, but talking shit doesn't change the reality that the Boston Celtics became the NBA champions. And yeah, if we did have you, then maybe we could have made a run. We don't really know. It's really, I don't know. Even if Jimmy Butler doesn't get hurt, I don't know. Jimmy Butler's 35, guys, but yeah, some of y'all might actually need to switch teams if you're siding with Jimmy Butler.